I've been slow faded several times in my life, but I've also slow faded other people several times in my life. I actually prefer a good old slow fade. Yo, party people, it's Ashley of SingleWomanChronicles.com, where being single is a beautiful choice and rather than a miserable circumstance. And today I want to bring you some new dating terms that maybe you've never heard of, or maybe you never thought about it like this. The reason I decided to do this segment every Friday is I've been posting stuff like breadcrumbing and gaslighting and other stuff, and people will come in and like, why are you making these terms up? And I'm like, I thought y'all all knew about this. So that made me think a lot of people don't know about these terms, and maybe it's because they're not out here in these dating streets, or maybe they're just unfamiliar. But I want to educate y'all because I want y'all to stay safe out here in these dating streets. So today we're gonna be talking about a slow fade. So a slow fade is when a person gradually pulls away from a relationship to let it end on purpose. Let me tell you something. I've been slow faded several times in my life, but I've also slow faded other people several times in my life. I actually prefer a good old slow fade. I'm not a ghoster per se, because I will tell you what's going on. But baby, I'm a slow fader. Because I be like, just get the point. Just get the point. I didn't text you back no more. Just get the point. And it's just not a good thing to do. So in 2024, I've just learned to confront people. I know we only 3 weeks in, but I did just let somebody down recently, and I didn't slow fade them. So I'm very proud of myself, pat myself on the back. But I just want you to know what to do with a slow fade. So a slow fade is painful because if you like that person, it feels like maybe they're busy, maybe they just got a lot going on this week, maybe, whatever. And your first inclination is going to be, let me try to reel them back in. And I'm going to just tell y'all not to do that. The reason I'm going to tell y'all not to do that is because it don't matter. It's not going to work. Because if you talking to somebody and they switch up quickly, you shouldn't want them anyway. One, you shouldn't want them because obviously they don't know how to communicate. Two, you shouldn't want them because if they're inconsistent and they could just switch up on you like that, you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who just switch up on you out of the blue like that. No, you do not. So that's another thing. And three, it's like, why are you putting that much energy into something when they're trying to slow fade you out? So if your intuition is telling you they're trying to slow fade you out and just like act like nothing happened, trust your gut, because that's what they're trying to do. And I know that's what they're trying to do because I just told y'all I'm a slow fader. So hello. Now, I will say this. We live in this day and age. And this is my biased opinion. You can take it, you can leave it. I really don't care. It's my biased opinion. I'm biased because I've experienced this. Now, when I slow fade, I feel like I don't have ill intentions. Usually I slow fade because I probably started talking to someone. I don't slow fade people who I've been talking to for a while and they're owed an explanation. I feel like if we've gone on a few days, we've built a rapport, I owe you an explanation. But if it's somebody I just started talking to and I'm really not feeling the vibe for real, I'm gonna slow fade you because I don't owe you anything. Like, we haven't even gone out. Most of the time when I slow fade is before we've even gone out. So I'm gonna just put that preface. But I've had situations where, actually I had a situation last year where I was talking to this dude and it was very, very intense. Like, we was talking about marriage, we was talking about kids, family, everything. We had gone on several dates. No, I'm lying. We had gone on two dates. Dates were amazing. Like, we were in there. And then a mishap occurred on my end that he perceived as a mishap. I did not perceive it as a mishap. I asked my friends about it because I don't have friends that's going to lie to me or uphold me when I'm wrong. They all was like, he was tripping. Because I've had times when I was like, hey, friends, what's going on? They're like, you were tripping. So I just want y'all to know the kind of friends I have. And they were like, nah, he was tripping. And so when I tried to confront him about it or talk to him about it, he started to try to slow fade me. So me, because we had built a rapport, I'm reaching out, but I'm not blowing him up. I'm just kind of like, hey, you want to talk about it? He's like, no. I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to let it go. I'm off. I'm off it. That's how I think y'all should handle it. I'm off it. I'm backing up. Hands off. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. And it hurt my feelings because this is my biased opinion. And I have this opinion not because I've experienced it, but also because I've talked to a lot of my male friends about it. Men have this thing where they put you on a pedestal. And when they have a fantasy about you, so in their mind, you're this fantasy girl, right? And as soon as you do something outside of the fantasy girl that they envision you to be, immediately they have no grace for you. They have no nothing for you. They take you off that pedestal. You're no longer a princess. You're basically dead to them. Like it's a crazy thing. And I've had this happen to me a few times because me and my homegirl were just talking about this. I'm not a finesser. Like, I'm not the girl who's going to finesse a situation. And I wish I was. I always wish I was a finesser. A finesser is a person that has like this je ne sais quoi about them where they carry themselves with a level of grace where they can adapt to every environment to get what they want. And it's a beautiful thing. I've seen it when I used to be a bottle waitress. I've seen several women who have finessed men out of money in the bottle waitressing industry, because honestly, that's what you got to do because your job is to make money or whatever. I wasn't a good waitress because I was a finesser. I was a good waitress because I was a good waitress. I was just nice to people. I did my job well, and that was it. But honestly, the women who did the best were the finessers. These were the women who would flirt with the guys, who would give them attention, who would convince them to buy more bottles. That's what you got to do, right? Ain't never been a finesser. So a lot of women can go into situations and they have this mask on, kind of like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched Different World. Hopefully you have. Whitley's great at this. She's a finesser. Whitley used to get up before her man, brush her teeth, wash her face, let her hair down, put on a little makeup so it looks like she woke up beautiful. That's what I mean by finesser. That's what I mean by like playing a fantasy out longer. I'm not that girl. And I wish I was, but I'm just not. I'm the girl like, what you see is what you get. I'm not finna flex for you. I want you to see who I am because I believe that who I am is great. And I think because sometimes like growing up in high school, like going through high school, because this guy knows me from high school that I'm talking about. In high school, I was like the girl that a lot of the guys liked. So I think he had this fantasy of me, and then like, hey, I know I be chilling on here and I don't be putting no makeup on, but baby, when I go out, baby, I'm out here. Okay. I look really good. You know what I mean? So I think it's kind of like that guy who expects his woman to be on 10 all the time with the makeup, the heels and all that. I'm not her. I never present to be her. Right. So I think a lot of men have this fantasy in their brains of who you are. So when they finally meet you and realize that you are a human, then they get turned off by that. And these are men who are weak to me. I'm sorry, not sorry. But these are men who have, it's just like the men who say that women have unrealistic expectations and they expect men to do XYZ when they don't do all of that stuff. I feel like a lot of men have unrealistic expectations. They feel like some women, and I'm not talking about all, I'm just saying some men, especially men who do this behavior, they feel like women are supposed to be perfect, not fart, not burp, not do like all the human things, you know, not, and it's weird. And it's like, nobody's perfect. Nobody walking this earth is perfect. So I've experienced a few situations where guys will come into my life. They'll expect me to be this fantasy. And then when I show them that I'm actually a human, they will try to slow fade me. And me, again, when people try to slow fade me, I don't fight that. I just let it happen. I don't care. I'm not fighting for you. Like, if you don't want me, then that's fine. And not everybody got good taste, whatever. And so I just let it go. So if you experience it, just let it go. Just release it. But let me tell you something about a slow fader. A slow fader will be your next spin the blocker. Them slow faders will spin that block. And a lot of guys slow fade because they still want access to you. They don't want to give you complete closure, because letting you know, hey, I'm not interested, that's complete closure. That's how you know, because, you know, women, we be like, I'll never let a man tell me they don't want me twice. But the thing about a slow fade is they didn't tell you that. So you just gotta, they're gonna leave you to assume what happened. And you might be like, oh, maybe they got busy. And then they're gonna try to come spin the block and be like, oh yeah, you know, I just got a little busy, blah, blah. No, 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 sir. So I'm gonna just tell all y'all to take a slow fade as a rejection. Take a slow fade as a rejection, as if he don't want you. Because when they spin that block, I want you to read him for filth. I'm sorry. Read him for filth, okay? Because I want y'all to stay safe out here in these streets. Because these folks out here, when they sending these mixed signals, it had you all messed up in the game. So I want y'all to know how to handle these slow fades, because it's happening. It's happening, right? So that's what it is. This is my new thing I'm going to be doing every Friday, giving you guys a new dating tip or a new dating term or whatever. My dog is in the background wilding out. I don't know what he got going on, but let me wrap up before he start wilding out, y'all. But if anyone who doesn't know, if you have been haven't been following me, you new to me, be sure to subscribe, like, and share. Now, I do have this wonderful new 28-day challenge entitled the Embrace the Way 28-Day Challenge, baby. And in this challenge, it is training you to be equipped in this dating world, be equipped on your journey between where you are right now as a single woman and finding the man that you are going to spend the rest of your life with. Because in that interim, how you handle it is going to affect how you show up, if you show up, and how long it take you to get to that other side. So I'm equipping you with the confidence you need to cut these slow faders off expeditiously and not allow them to spin the block on you. I'm also equipping you with tools on how to date in a way that guards your heart. So you go out here, you're dating confidently. I'm also equipping you with the spirit, the confidence, the encouragement to hope and love again. Because we live in a society that tries to make it seem like hoping and love is a bad thing, but it is not a bad thing. If you truly do desire love, if you truly desire marriage, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I want you to keep that hope alive regardless to what you're going through in your circumstance, because baby, we walk by faith and not by sight. I don't care if you don't have a man on your line right now. You can have a man on your line next week. I was just talking to somebody about how, like, I'm not dating nobody right now. I really want to be out for Valentine's Day. And she was like, oh yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. I'm like, not the God I serve. I can meet somebody tomorrow. What you talk about? It ain't even February yet. I still got time. Okay? Have me a Valentine this year. Y'all tripping. But yes, that's the attitude I want you to have, because you have to continue to hope in order to get to where you want to go. They say that, not they, the Bible. The Bible says confidence in what we hope for. So you have to keep hoping and have confidence that it will happen, and not allow the circumstances of this world to choke out the hope that you have for marrying somebody or finding the love of your life. So if you want to hear more about the Embrace the Wait 28-Day Challenge, email me at info@singlewomanchronicles.com, or just go ahead, if you want to join right now and you ready, go ahead and click the link below. And the next one starts on February the 5th. It is 28 days and it is amazing. So go ahead and check it out. But until next time, bye.